tech neck and tech wrist kind of go hand in hand. We are looking down at our phones or at our computers, slouched over all day, every day, pretty much. So it creates wrist pain or elbow pain, which really can travel up to or start in the neck and shoulder tension, and then kind of move its way down, and kind of you get carpal tunnel, lots of tension in the neck, which can disrupt sleep and all that stuff we don't want. So today's class is really going to focus on healing some of that. So we're going to stand and clasp your hands and reach overhead. And you're just going to lift and lower your shoulders here. So really reach, draw those shoulder blades up your back, and then pull those shoulder blades down and in. And you can kind of like bend the arms and elbows go out wide as you come down. So really lengthen, lift shoulders, shrug up and drop. Last one. Reach and hold it here, side bend to the right. Find lots of length, open up in between each rib. Breathe into the tightness. Lift up through center and switch. Find length out of that right heel all the way up to your right hand. Separate each rib bone and lift to stand tall. And you're just going to go around in a circle here, kind of circular motion through the torso and hips. Rib cage is kind of opening and closing. Flare those ribs and lock them in. And kind of switch direction of those circles. Just kind of loosening everything up in that thoracic spine. I just felt a little pop in my sternum. You just get really locked up in this forward position. So it's so important to stretch it out. Release, shake it out. And interlace those hands behind your back. And first we want to focus on lifting the chest here, and then lift the arms. So you don't want to prioritize lifting arms with any sort of forward fold. First, lift chest, lift the chin, and then lift those arms as high as you can. And breathe into the tightness. Feel lots of width through the front of your shoulders. Opening up that chest. Opening up your heart to the sky. Draw those shoulder blades together. And then if you can, flip the palms to face down. Rotating those forearms. This way. This is the way I wanted to go. So you're just kind of flipping those hands up so that the palms are facing down, getting that stretch through the wrist. This is sort of like a challenging stretch. It makes me sweat a little bit. It's uncomfortable and awkward, but it's really beneficial to stretch out all the ligaments in the forearm from elbow to wrist. Ooh, and release, roll out the wrists. Okay, and then you're just gonna have one arm out. You're going to fold one finger in, your fist at a time. Bend elbow, draw that fist into your elbow, your shoulder. And then rotate here. Come back in, open back out, open the fingers, and use the other hand to draw fingers back and stretch that wrist. And breathe. Let's do that one more time. Fold in the fingers one at a time. Bend it in. Rotate, flip it up. Bend back in, flip it up. Open up the hands. Grab grab those fingers and stretch. And release. Okay, other arm. Reach out long, fold in one finger at a time. Bring that fist into your shoulder. Underneath, flip that back of the elbow to the ceiling. Come back in. Open it out. Open up those fingers. Use your other hand to press those fingers back and stretch. And breathe. Release one more time, one finger at a time. Bend it in. Bend the elbow. Rotate. Elbow to ceiling. Bend it back in. Open it back up. Open the hand and stretch. This is a great thing to do while you're sitting at your desk throughout your workday as well. Stretch out those wrists. And release. Coming to the back of your mat. Rolling down, tucking chin to chest. Reaching for your toes. Legs are hip width distance apart. Soft bend in the knees. Grab a hold of your elbows and let the head and arms be really heavy. Special appearance by Tula, Evie's best friend. And release those arms, walking out to a down dog. Press those hips high. Try to draw your heels down towards the mat. And then drop the knees down. Let's open up the right arm to the ceiling. And then come down, thread it through, and twist through the spine. Bring that top arm back behind you, really rolling back that top shoulder. Hand back to mat. Reach that right arm back up. Rotate. And lower that hand, we switch. Left arm opens up to the ceiling. Thread it through, come down to that left shoulder. Reach. Twisting through that upper spine. Top arm behind you. Roll that right shoulder back. Eee. Hand back to mat. Open up that left arm one more time, and lower. You guys, not right now, please. Not right now, please. Okay. And then let's sit back on your heels, and palms down on the mat, fingertips towards you, stretching out those wrists again. You can kind of bounce a little bit to deepen the stretch. And then crisscross those hands, fingers towards each other, rocking back and forth. And switch sides, same thing. And then the backs of the hands are down on the mat, lengthening the front forearms. All right. And coming to a swan, drop the hips, lift the chest, lift your gaze. Just extending that spine that spends so much time flexing forward. And back to your quadruped, hands and knees. You're going to reach your left arm overhead, really plug belly in this neutral spine, and reach it back, and forward, and back. So you're flipping your palm in the direction of the movement. Staying really strong through your core, keeping your weight centered here. And for the hand that's on the mat, really press into all fingertips so that you are distributing your weight so it's not all right in that wrist. Last 3, 2, and 1. Lower that hand, we switch. Right arm reaches long, press back and overhead. Evie, you're in the way. Overhead and back by your side. Flip that palm each time. Plug belly in, pull belly button back to spine. Sorry about all the dog noise today. Tried to film when they weren't home, but it didn't work out. Again, pressing into all fingertips on the mat. Distribute that weight out. For 3, 2, the last 1. Nice job. Let's press back, child's pose. Reach those fingertips away. Lower that chest to the mat. Knees are wide. And swinging your legs around, coming to your back to lie down. You're going to come actually onto your left side. Legs are bent. Keep those knees and hips stacked, as well as the arms stacked here. And that top arm's going to open up to the ceiling and wide. Keeping those knees stacked. Big twist of the spine. And really draw that top shoulder back, opening up the front of the shoulder here. And then close the arms and open back up. Really reach that top knee to stay stacked to deepen the twist. And close the arms. One more time, reach out, up and over. And reach that arm overhead to come to stack. And then we open up one more time, draw knees through center and over to the other side. Stacking arms. And then open up the top arm here, out wide. Keep those knees stacked. Pretend I'm there with you, pushing the hips to stay stacked. So you're really getting this big twist of the spine. And again, opening up the front of the shoulder here. Try to get both shoulders, shoulder blades on the mat here if you can. And stack the arms. And open up. And close. And open wide. Reach overhead. Just stack the arms. And use your core to pull knees back to center. And then reach arms overhead. Big inhale, and you're going to exhale, roll up all the way to stand, not using your hands if you can. Reach and stand tall. And just drop your head to the left and flatten that right palm to deepen the stretch here on the right side of your neck. Also really works the muscles here that we don't really think to work in the front of the forearm. And then roll down through center, over to the right, flatten that left palm. Really try to lift the palm with the front muscles of the forearm here. Feel it really deepen the stretch through the left side of the neck. And gently roll back over to the left side. Use that left hand to place on top of your head and gently pull to deepen the stretch. And breathe. Roll through center, over to the right. Right hand on top of the head, gently pull. Really just kind of feel the weight of that hand to lengthen the side of the neck. And breathe. And release. And just twist a little bit here. Let the arms just flail side to side. Just really trying to let go of all the tension in the body. Shake it out, whatever feels good. Really just release. Just feel a little more loose, less tension. More relaxed and comfortable in your body. All right, you're done. I hope you're feeling better.